What's up, y'all? Just Anwar here, and I'm here to just give my opinion on some things, man. I've been watching a lot on the timeline. A lot of people talking about Summer Madness. Summer Madness, Summer Madness, Summer Madness. Where is Summer Madness? When is Summer Madness? And most importantly, how come people are on Twitter saying, I ain't get no phone call, I ain't got no contract, I don't know if I'm on it? Why is that happening? So I wanted to do this blog and really kind of dissect that. Let's think about this from a few different standpoints, all right? First and foremost, Summer Madness is a marquee event. Let's get that out the way. Let's not make no bones about it. Summer Madness and Gnome are the two biggest events in the battle rap culture. When you go, what else is on par with that? Shout out to RBE, you got Max Out. Max Out 1 and Max Out 2 was marquee events. We're going to talk about that in just a second. Hold on, I got y'all. And then you got King of the Dot. Of course, Blackout is one of the most, big events that King of the Dot does. When it comes to Summer Madness, I looked and I saw Swamp, shout out to Swamp, this blog ain't meant to be a diss to nobody. It's really just kind of something I was thinking about. And I figured, man, might as well do a blog, talk to y'all about it, see what the comment section say. Maybe I'm tripping. And y'all gonna say it's compromise. I really don't care. I really don't care. I'll wear the compromise badge. About to get a shirt that say compromise. Because for me, if compromise means not attacking URL, then I guess that means I'm compromised. But I don't attack nobody. So I'm RBE compromised, I'm Chrome compromised. I get Easy's league is called Gutter City, so I'm Gutter City compromised. Like, I don't attack any league, so whatever. But I think one of the things that you have to take into account is URL is the big leagues. They branded themselves as the NBA of battle rap. Now, when you think about that, what does that mean? Well, the NBA is the big league. That's the big dogs. That's the top of the top. The thing with that is pricing. If I'm playing in the NBA, I want to be paid like an NBA player. I'm not going to take, you know what I mean? Well, I guess you don't get paid in college, but I'm not taking overseas money. I want NBA money. So when URL says, okay, we're doing Summer Madness, and then they say we have our budget, and I'm gonna just use whole numbers here just to make it simple. I'm not saying this is what it is, but let's say they say we got $100,000 for Summer Madness. That's MC purses, that's travel, that's venue, that's everything else. So we got 100 grand. And let's say we're gonna do 5 battles, right? If 5 battles is 10 people, all 10 of them say they want 10 grand. Now you don't have no money for travel, you don't have no money for venue, you're flat out. So then you say, all right, well, maybe everybody on there ain't getting 10 grand. Okay, and again, I'm just using whole numbers here. Please don't, I'm not saying this would nobody get paid. I'm just using whole numbers for argument's sake. So let's say you say, all right, 6 of those guys aren't getting 10 grand. They're only getting 2 grand. All right, so that's 12, and then 40, that's 52,000. 52,000. So now you got 48 for everything else. The problem is, though, if you're the main event, and you're a guy that gets 10,000, you say, hey, but I'm the main event, it's Summer Madness. Now I need 20. I need 25, I'm the main event. I'm the headliner, I'm the one selling this card. Now URL got to go back and redo the budget. I think that's one of the issues. Another one of the issues, and this one, this comes, anybody that's ever tried to book a venue knows. You get a venue, right? And you tell the venue the date that you want, but then a bigger, better, shout out to Truffaut, a more lucrative offer comes through, and you haven't signed your contract with the venue yet, the venue will say, oh, that date's no longer available. But we got this date. Now the thing is, again, I want to go with what was said on Twitter. Shout out to Swamp. I saw Calico, DNA, few people. We ain't getting no contract yet. And listen, y'all know I manage New Jersey Twerk. I'm a firm believer in, hey, once the contract and the deposit comes, that's when, it's official. The thing is, I can't give you a contract until I got my contract with the venue. So if the venue is playing games, and I can't give you a contract. Because if I give you a contract that says Summer Madness is 4th of July, just hypothetically, Summer Madness is the 4th of July, and then the venue comes back and says, oh yeah, we can't do 4th of July, Jay-Z and them got Made in America that day, but we got July 11th, a week away, and I done gave you your contract and paid you a deposit, you can come back and say, oh, can't do July 11th, my dog. I booked a cruise. Me and my family, we going to the Bahamas. So, yeah, I mean, to cancel that cruise, it's going to cost me like an extra $3 bands. So if you want to run me that 3, then I'll cancel it. And if not, then, I mean, y'all just got to figure it out. If I'm URL, I can't do that. Can't do that. So that's another issue. You know what I mean? You can't give a contract with a date until you have your venue secure. You just can't. Like, let me not say what you can and can't do. You can, but you open yourself up. Pause. I got the pause in. I got the pause in there. Your comment section. I got the pause in just in time. You leave yourself vulnerable to something happening if the venue date has to change. And then the other thing is, when you think about it, what if, let's say this, what if Summer Madness, they don't have a date, but they know they want you on the card, okay? Shout out to Bourbon Swamp. I'm here to say it. If Bourbon Swamp ain't on Summer Madness, Beasley, be on your line, gang. Like, what we doing? Well, Bourbon Swamp have sold that battle for months. That deserves me on Summer Madness. I'm just using that as an example. So you go to them and you say, look, we don't have a date, but we want y'all on Summer Madness. Here's your contract, but it doesn't have a date in the contract. Just says Summer Madness, Verb versus Swamp, okay? The problem with that is, again, all this contract talk. Again, I'm not oblivious to it. Y'all, oh, you compromise, you don't talk about. In my business, you know contracts I talk about? Twerks. And you know when I talk about them? I'm on the phone with Beasley. That's it. But that's a thing. So now I got this contract, but it don't have no date. So now I'm just in limbo until y'all decide to do Summer Madness. No, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. So you can't. You can't. URL gets a lot of pressure. And let's be honest. A lot of the stuff, a lot of it, I would say 65% of it is self-inflicted. 65% of it, I would say, honestly, is self-inflicted. The whole the Kings vs. Queens pay-per-view, pow, right in the foot. Did it to themselves. You know, just different things. It's been self-inflicted. But the other 35% is y'all. It's y'all niggas. It's like, oh my God, Summer Madness. Now let's think about, when is Summer Madness? Today, I'm doing this blog. It is July 2nd, 4:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Summer Madness, we know, is the end of September. End of August, beginning or middle of September. We ain't gonna talk about SM8 that was in like fucking November or some shit. We ain't gonna talk about that. It's the end of August, beginning of September. Today is July 2nd. July 2nd. So you got all of July, and at the very earliest, 3 weeks of August, so 7 weeks. And niggas are saying, like, and I get it. I'm not here for short notice unless it's the tournament. Shout out to Ultimate Madness. 2 weeks, that's what you're signing up for. But I would prefer, me personally, it's just my own personal opinion, 3 to 4 weeks for somebody to get ready for a battle. That's ideal for me. We 7 weeks out. We 7 weeks out. And that's on the short, again, today is July 2nd. So you go all of July, you got 4 weeks of July, and then 3 weeks of August. And that's if they say, all right, I'm pulling up my calendars. You got all of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. That's if they say it's the 3rd week of August, which would be, what, August 19th is that Saturday. What if it's the following week? Or what if it's in September? Now you're talking about 8, 9 weeks away. All I'm saying is, shout out to Easy. Give him a little bit of flack. Give him some slack, man. Like, it's not the end of the world, y'all. It's really not. It's July 2nd. And again, shout out to Swamp, shout out to Verb, DNA, Jerry West, all the guys, Calico, all the guys talking about Summer Madness on Twitter. I see it, I understand it. If I'm not mistaken, Swamp said, I will not take this battle on short notice. I don't want 2 or 3 weeks. I want more time than that. So let's just say, hypothetically, this 4th of July week, let's say URL sends out the contracts and everything, the deposit and everything, next week. That takes us to, let's say they send them out next Monday, July 10th. If Summer Madness is August 19th, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll have 7 weeks. 6 weeks and some change. That's all I'm saying. Then when you think about it, hold on 1 second. My bad, y'all. Daddy duty. Shout out to my Krista Bear. As I was saying, you have to think about this, right? URL is not the so this is the part that this probably should be a separate video. URL is not the only content provider in the battle rap culture. Shout out to RBE. Max Out 1, fire. That was Hitman and Cassidy. Y'all remember that? Fire, the culture in the uproar. Max Out 2, that was Hitman and Calico. Showroom Floor, remember that? That was that. The culture, been talking about Max Out 3 since then. Where is it? I don't see y'all going crazy about that. Now, granted, I will say this. I don't see the RBE guys going on Twitter saying, I'm not doing Max Out because I haven't got a contract. But I'm just saying, the mega events, Blackout, shout out to King of the Dot. We haven't had Blackout in a while. Let's not just say URL, URL, URL with our pitchforks. And maybe either calm down or let's keep the same energy. Let's have everybody deliver their marquee events every year. Personally, I'm here for it. Competition breeds innovation. That's a thing. Anybody that play Madden know that's my thing. Madden has been kind of ass for many years because they don't have no competition. So they get to just put out whatever they gonna put out, and if you like the NFL, you gotta buy Madden. It's just that you got no other options. It's either play Madden if you want NFL or not. Play Street Fighter or something. So if RBE is delivering Max Out every year, if King of the Dot is delivering Blackout every year, and what's the Midwest Joan that they be doing? What is it? I keep wanting to say Mass Effect. Whatever, y'all know what I'm talking about. If we have those, it puts pressure on URL, who then puts pressure on RBE, who then puts pressure on King of the Dot, and the cycle grows. The cycle continues, but everybody is trying to do better. If all 3 of the major leagues, let's not forget Chrome, but Chrome is a new league. Their 1-year anniversary was just in February, so we got to give Chrome some time. But let's hold everybody to the standard of delivering a mega event or 2, known Summer Madness, every year. If we do that, I think the culture can be focused on if Summer Madness isn't happening when you want, or again, the Twitter conversation about Summer Madness, I guess that's really what it is, isn't going the way you want. Well, maybe the Twitter conversation about Max Out is, and it gives you something to talk about. Maybe the conversation about Blackout is, and it gives you something to talk about. So either way, I'm just Anwar. These just my thoughts. Let me know in the comment section if you agree, disagree. I'm wilding. I'm just compromised because I'm saying that, 8-9 weeks is plenty of time. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, man. I'm just Anwar. These just my thoughts. Peace.